society perspective. How do we do this as a society to actually eradicate anti-Semitism? And I think that is the larger question rather than isolated on the FBI.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Senator Kennedy.
Thank you all for being here. Ms. Solomon, I want to be sure I understand your testimony. Did I understand you to testify that anti-Semitism is worse under the Trump administration?
Senator, thank you for your question.
You don't have to thank me. Okay. Your best thanks is to answer.
Okay, well, I'll tell you that anti-Semitism has been rising, especially since the 2017
but has the Trump
Charlottesville
administration
attack.
caused that? Is that your testimony?
I wouldn't say the Trump administration has caused anti-Semitism. Has there been an increase since Trump has entered office? Yes.
Do you see a causal connection there?
Yes.
Why?
Trump has highlighted and platformed neo-Nazis and white supremacists.
Okay. Mr. I can't see that far.
Racklin.
Mr. Racklin, I understood you to say that in answer to Senator Durbin's question, the spending reductions, reducing the federal budget would increase anti-Semitism. Isn't that what you said?
Folks, welcome back to Liberty Trigger. Today, we're diving into a Senate hearing that should wake every American up. The topic? Anti-Semitism in America. And let me tell you, what I heard in this testimony is both outrageous and revealing. Because once again, instead of dealing with the real roots of hatred, the left is busy playing politics, blaming Trump and asking for more government money. Let's break this down. First off, a witness actually testified that anti-Semitism has been on the rise since 2017 and tried to draw a straight line to President Trump. Why? Because apparently Trump platformed neo-Nazis and white supremacists. Now hold on. This is the same president who moved the U.S. Embassy to Jerusalem, who stood strong with Israel, and who had Jewish family members sitting at his own dinner table.
No, I did not. I said that the constant threats to cut money to the Office for Civil Rights and the Department of Education prevents the federal government from adequately investigating anti-Semitism and other hate crimes on college campuses.
So you think one way to stop anti-Semitism is to give people more money? Is that right?
I think one of the ways is to actually fund people that are actually designed to investigate anti-Semitism on college campuses.
What's there to investigate? We see it.
We
saw it. Did you watch television? Did you see what happened at Columbia?
Absolutely.
Yeah. I mean, it was clear to me that the administration at Columbia and most members of the faculty believe passionately in diversity, equity, inclusion, and the right to hurt Jews. That's what I saw. Isn't that what you saw? Isn't that what you saw?
I saw protesters against the war in Gaza and them using some anti-Semitic slogans and thoughts. I would say, however, that it's hard.
Isn't that what you're telling me? That's not what you saw. Now, don't get off the subject on me now. You're telling me that's not what you saw.
I'm telling you that it is difficult for the federal government to adequately address the issue of anti-Semitism.
Are you telling me the Columbia administration and the faculty was supportive of the Jewish community?
I think that they are trying to find...
You need to stop dipping into your ketamine stash.
Into what? Excuse me?
Now, if we're going to solve this problem, we need to talk about it. And it wasn't just at Columbia. It was at Berkeley. It was at UCLA. It was at Barnard. And Columbia has a history of discriminating against the Jewish people. They used to refuse to let Jewish students come to their university. Now, you can try to bubble wrap this, but that's what I saw. If you want to stop a lot of the anti-Semitism, maybe we need to stop teaching kids to be anti-Semitic.
Sir, I would relish that opportunity.
Let me ask.
But no, the left has to paint him as a boogeyman because it fits their narrative. Senator John Kennedy, as usual, cut through the nonsense. He pressed these witnesses. Do you really mean to say Trump caused anti-Semitism? Or are you just looking for an easy scapegoat? See, the left wants to reduce everything to blame Trump because it absolves him of dealing with the deeper rot inside our education system, inside the culture they themselves control. Another witness said the problem is that the Department of Education Civil Rights Office doesn't have enough money to investigate anti-Semitism on campuses. Are you kidding me? So now hate disappears if we just write another government check? That's nonsense. You don't buy morality with taxpayer dollars. You teach it, you live it, and you hold people accountable when they cross the line. And Kennedy nailed it when he pointed to what we've all seen with our own eyes at Columbia, UCLA, Berkeley, the so-called elite universities. Administrations that preach diversity, equity, and inclusion are turning a blind eye to anti-Semitism. They claim to fight hate, but in reality, they coddle it. They've turned campuses into indoctrination camps, where kids are taught that hating Jews or siding with Hamas is just another political expression. Now, one witness admitted, yes, it is possible to feel compassion for Palestinians without hating Jews. And that's true. But look at the messaging on campuses right now. Students are being told they have to pick a side: hate Jews or be for Hamas. There's no middle ground. That's not compassion. That's indoctrination. What really struck me was when another witness pointed out the Marxist framing on campuses, that everything is divided into oppressor versus oppressed, global north versus global south, right versus wrong. Folks, that's not education. That's propaganda. And it's dangerous because it justifies violence. If you can convince kids that their ideology makes violence acceptable, you've planted the seeds for chaos. And let's not forget Hamas. This witness admitted Hamas called the October 7th slaughter a victory. Think about that. Thousands of Palestinians dead, their homes in rubble. And Hamas has the audacity to call it a win. That tells you everything you need to know about the leadership these students are defending. Hamas doesn't care about the Palestinian people. They care about pushing ideology at the expense of human life. Here's the truth. We don't solve anti-Semitism with more bureaucrats, more funding, or more DI seminars. We solve it by changing the culture. That means calling out hate when we see it. That means teaching young people the values that built this nation: faith, responsibility, accountability, respect for life. Not Marxist theories, not identity politics. It's amazing, isn't it? These same people who scream about white supremacy every other day are silent when mobs on campuses chant death to Israel. These same universities that would expel you for misgendering someone will look the other way when Jewish students are harassed or threatened. That hypocrisy tells you what this is really about. It's not about protecting minorities. It's about controlling the narrative. So here's my take. Anti-Semitism is evil, period. But don't let the left use it as a weapon to grab more power and rewrite history. Don't let them blame Trump when the real problem is happening in the institutions they control: universities, media, Hollywood. If we want to fix this, we got to take back the culture. We got to defend free speech, but also demand accountability. And we've got to remember, you can't fight hate with lies. You fight hate with truth. And the truth is, America stands with Israel, and we reject anti-Semitism in all its forms. Folks, if you agree, hit that like button, subscribe, and share this video. Because we're not going to let them rewrite history. We're not going to let them indoctrinate our kids without a fight. Stay strong. Stay free. God bless America.